Los Angeles. Two reports were released Friday, April 9th, reviewing the Los Angeles Police Department's response to the May and June protests against racism and police brutality, and each found that the department mishandled aspects of the protests, as did a report released last month. The reports were commissioned by the Los Angeles City Council and the Los Angeles Board of Police Commissioners following last spring's mass demonstrations sparked by the May 25 killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis. The reports, which follow the initial one released on March 11, were conducted by the National Police Foundation and Los Angeles Police Department. The National Police Foundation's report found the department's crowd management policies and practices were inadequate to handle the disparate groups or to identify leaders among the protesters and address the level of violence. The documentation of use of force during the protests was inconsistent by LAPD officers. Some LAPD personnel had not received contemporary training on crowd management, mobile field force, supervision, de-escalation or less lethal launchers. The LAPD does not have one policy to direct its response specifically to large-scale, fluid, citywide civil unrest that turns violent or contains violence. Communication within the department was inconsistent between Chief Michel Moore, his command staff, bureau commanders, field supervisors and line officers, and officer morale is low and has been described as at an all-time low. The National Police Foundation bills itself as an independent, nonpartisan research foundation that conducts research into police behavior, policy and procedure. It held listening sessions with the public to help independently assess the LAPD's response to the May and June protests. The second report released Friday was conducted by the agency at issue, the LAPD. That report found inadequacies in command and control training, especially within the incident command system, response to new tactics, mass arrests, transportation and field jails, and record-keeping, which it called poor or antiquated. The department must be open to new ways of thinking about crowds. The department must consider whether control is the best option, and what new technologies can be used in times of civil unrest, the report said. The department's recommendations include the establishment of a department operations center when a citywide event occurs. The purpose of a fully activated DOC is to manage large-scale and complex unusual occurrences, the report said. Similar to the other two reports, the Los Angeles Police Department's internal review also found problems with multiple commanding officers giving conflicting orders. It said that unity of command issues caused confusion during an already chaotic situation. The report alleges that protest crowds in Los Angeles were violent and hostile toward officers.